Welcome to the Roar Room, truth on the mic. Healing the soul, we rise and ignite. Mind, body, spirit aligned in the flame. Roar Room tribe, we roar in our name. Stockholm Syndrome. They chain your mind with the silver tongue, promise you safety while the damage is done. Smile through the cameras, wave the flag high, while hiding the truth right behind your eyes. They announce new systems like they helping the weak, but never tell the people what the future might mean. They package control like it's progress and care, while building the framework nobody approved there. They speak in slogans, polished and clean, but leave out the cost hiding under the scheme. And if you ask questions, they call you afraid, while decisions get made you never really weighed. And people cheer for the cage they're in, calling it love while the walls close in. Every wound they leave never gets healed, another story bought, another soul concealed. Stockholm Syndrome, chained to the throne, love in the hands that leave you alone. Masks made of lies, dressed up as truth, stealing the fire right out of your youth. They tell you what you wanna hear, keep you comforted and living in fear, but power's the only thing they serve, and humanity gets less than it deserves. Gets less than it deserves. They divide the people, then call it peace, create confusion while freedoms decrease. Every headline pulling minds apart, while hidden agendas move quiet in the dark. You call it protection, they call it control, trading your spirit for a temporary role. And every broken promise somehow gets excused, cause abuse feels normal when you've been used. They don't care about the hearts they break, only the profits and the moves they make. And the louder the chaos, the harder to see the chains on your mind were never truly free. Stockholm Syndrome, chained to the throne, love in the hands that leave you alone. Masks made of lies, dressed up as truth, stealing the fire right out of your youth. They tell you what you wanna hear, keep you comforted and living in fear, but power's the only thing they serve, and humanity gets less than it deserves. They built the system so you never ask why, too busy surviving just to get by, working your whole life while the prices climb, watching freedom disappear a piece at a time. They sell distraction through every screen, keep your eyes locked where they want them to be, while the real moves happen far out of sight, behind closed doors and fluorescent lights. And if you question, they label your name, turn the crowd against you to protect the game. But deep inside, people know something's wrong, that uneasy feeling's been there too long. Cause truth has a way of cutting through noise, even through the propaganda and manufactured poison. No amount of fear can forever erase the instinct inside that something's misplaced. Stockholm Syndrome, chained to the throne, defending the ones who carved us to bone, smiling through suffering, calling it fate, while they tighten the locks around every gate. They feed you comfort to silence your pain, turn your dependence into invisible chains, but power's the only thing they preserve, while the people keep losing more than they deserve. What if the danger was never the truth, but the lies repeated since the days of your youth? What if the mask was designed from the start to keep fear alive and obedience in hearts? No saviors coming through television screens, no polished speeches saying what they mean, just another cycle wearing different names, another actor stepping into the frame. But the cracks are forming in the painted walls, people waking up from the scripted calls, and once you see it, you can't pretend. The cycle only breaks when obedience ends. Stockholm Syndrome, breaking the spell, learning to see through the heaven and hell. No more chains disguised as care, no more pretending the system is fair. The silence is louder than all of their lies, truth keeps living though deception survives. And one by one, the people will learn that freedom begins when the fear finally burns. So break the spell and open your eyes. Don't confuse control with being advised, cause real love would never demand your fear, and truth grows louder syndrome. The silence between the lies, where the truth survives.
Welcome to the war room. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the war room. Happy Friday, 5/29, last show of the year month. Right, June 1st will be Monday.
Well, actually, Sunday, 31st, Sunday.
Well, actually, let's see. Let me continue here. 5/29, 2026. Hope everybody's gonna have a outstanding weekend coming up, right?
Yes.
A lot going on. I hope your gardens are doing as good as mine are. Or I'm still working on mine. I still got a lot of different stuff growing.
They're doing good, though.
Nadine's fixing to get some snow here pretty soon. She thinks she's preparing for the summer.
Yeah, they said some people
Yeah, everybody's
up
get snow.
north are going to get some snow.
Oh, you must not have checked the weather.
That's crazy.
Bud's got his t-shirt on again. It's 16.
Bud, break out the sweater.
Dude, you better start growing your hair.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. I'm gonna jump right into this tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit about the surveillance state and multiple different things tonight. Most importantly, the surveillance state. You got the flock cameras, you got the data centers, or the fusion centers, or the right Palantir, right? So Peter Thiel is talking about going to Argentina.
Yeah.
Because he's concerned about the future of America.
So is the Apple guy.
And
they're getting dual citizenship. But you know what? I think they already had that, and they probably already had mansion in Argentina.
All right, so let me get this straight. Peter Thiel creates the foundation for a surveillance state. Then he moves his family to Argentina because of the future of America? That's not concerning at all from the guy that created. That's what I'm telling you. All these people that's creating this are getting paid off of this, or all once they retire and get their pension, they're going somewhere else. After they pretty much sold us all out, shipped us all down the river. They're all going to take off to another country.
I think they already did.
You think they already did?
Oh yeah, I think this is disclosure, right? Because like the bunkers, like I told you during COVID, the Apple guy, and Bill Gates was telling his employees to go in the bunker, right? And I think they've been down there, and then now they can't come back up, or they're gonna bunker bust it and get them out. And either way, they went to their bunker. That would be their tune.
Tell me why, when you go to the alien.gov website, it leads you to the whitehouse.gov website where you end up seeing this. Tell me this isn't fucking eerie and dystopian looking. Kinda confused. I don't know. You guys tell me how you feel, because I'm feeling creeped the fuck out. This is really fucking weird.
Why is it creeped out?
Okay. Because if you go, well, you have to watch the rest of the video, but if you go, he went to the .gov on the alien disclosure, but towards the end of the video, you'll have to pause it, but you'll see the map, and it talks about arrest of aliens. And then the next page, it shows all the crimes, like, they have committed, and then it tells you what country they're from. So the aliens they're talking about are the aliens that from other countries, not outer space.
Oh, so we don't have to worry about getting probed.
Right.
You've
And I
always
feel like
got to worry about that right now.
We get probed at the gas pump.
Until we get rid of those people, we can always worry about that.
Right. So you'll have to pause it so you can read it.
Oh, I thought it was like an alien writing it.
It kind of looks like.
they're making a mockery right in front of our motherfucking faces.
Excuse the language. I don't know why we got you know.
And I feel like this entire situation and controversy surrounding, in quotations, aliens and disclosure is getting to a point of where some major event is about to take place, and I feel like so many people are about to be deceived and manipulated into believing whatever the fuck happens. Because what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck kind of administration would actually post some eerie fucking dystopian shit?
Here, go ahead.
Well,
Let me go back right here.
yes.
I can pull up the website if you give me the link. President Trump was the first to call. I can't read it. Here, let me see.
Let me see it.
They call out the aliens. Aliens pose to every American family, every family, community, and the future of our nation.
And I hope everybody's reading everything that's popping up on the screen right now. Because what the fuck do you mean? I'm gonna link the website down below so
You got the website?
everybody can see for themselves.
No.
And I want you to tell me exactly how you feel about this shit.
Read the one after
Because
the map.
it is creeping me the fuck out. It is.
Read the one after the map. Oh,
Yeah.
criminal charges.
Yes. They're
Oh,
gonna be
look at
arrest,
that.
I think.
Oh. Oh, so this ain't about aliens?
Not once that everyone think. Now that doesn't mean they're not going to maybe act like there is one and
Yeah,
do
because
like
they're putting it out on the UFO part of the website, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Baby, you send me out. Baby, you send me out.
That's it. When you're being abducted by aliens, but your jam comes on.
It's not going to work with me. I don't dance. Sheepdog and I don't dance, so I don't know what the hell we're going to do.
Yeah, gangsters don't dance. We boogie.
Oh, God.
So when you're being abducted by aliens, but your jam comes on. Damn it. So no party. Yeah, I'm going to pull up the website. I'm going to pull it up here in a second. So they're talking about what they label as illegal aliens, people from dual citizens. Are we talking about
That I guess
deport
that
people?
they're over here, not citizens or.
But the thing is, they put them on the UFO website.
Yes.
That's the problem with it.
Yes. They're talking about those aliens. Now, they have like technology, like I posted many times, DARPA's technologies, right, where they have like plasma beings and plasma stuff that they've been doing for a long time now. I'm thinking they may put on a show, but that would also be able to disclose the technology they've had, right? Because they have way more advanced technology than we know of. Because they only give us a little bit at a time, and they only give us so much, and then they reset us, right? They never give us what they really have. So I'm thinking they'll do a show.
Yeah, the show must go on.
With Raytheon, DARPA, all that stuff showing things. But there probably is real UAPs, which is interdimensional beings that now the veil's thinner maybe we'll see, we can see that, but then they try to hijack it with their fake stuff. See what I'm saying? See what I mean?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know which one was really a spiritual being or their um, plasma beings that they make. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
There's
However
a
they
whole
do it.
generation of kids right now being taught to hate each other. An entire young generation of future leaders with easily moldable minds being indoctrinated to despise one another based on the way they look, the way they believe, the way they pray, the way they love, where they're from, where their parents are from. And they're being taught these ways by their parents, who were taught these ways by their parents, who were taught by their parents. To fear change, to fear anyone different than you, to look down on or hate anyone you can't understand. And they're being taught that it's patriotic to do this, that if they accept anyone of a different skin color or a different religious belief or orientation, that they're a traitor to their own country and to their own people, being convinced that they have some moral high ground over others. There is a systematic supremacy in place that's being taught to our kids daily, along with this at-home, how-to, follow-my-lead type of teaching that's being done by the ones who are supposed to love them the most. This generation of kids is the next in line to run for office, to pass laws that will change people's lives, and to make decisions on others' behalves, with an entire belief system built by uneducated and bigoted parents who also didn't know that they could grow and accept others for who they are. This indoctrination of hatred runs deep through generations of men and women who were never taught at home that we're all equal, by parents who also never knew, or were just too young to know that they could fight back against the lie. It is up to us as parents and leaders to break this cycle, to show the next generation who we are able to be, and to make it absolutely clear that there is no room for separation in this world anymore, so that they will teach their children, and their children will teach the generation after that. I am you, and you are me.
66 says Alex West says the data centers are to purify all the water and free energy for everyone. And you know what? It was crazy you said that because we were just talking about that in the back room. Because Timmy on TikTok talked about that as well. That he's talked about it being living water, right? Living water has to be constantly moving. Plus, water holds memory and is going through data, right? So, what if they were using it for nefarious reasons and have been, and people, that's why everyone's been getting sick? What if they flipped it, or they're going to flip it, right? And use it for good. But in the meantime, it would serve as multiple purposes. It would have people stand up and fight back. It would also disclose what they were doing, right?
And that they're cleaning the standing water isn't what we're supposed to be using.
That's right.
And when they do undo the dams and all that, then the water released would have a place to go.
Yes, because otherwise it would flood out. It would flood us out. We'd be underwater, right? It would flood out homes and all sorts of stuff where those dams are. So think about that, right? It could be funneling through there and doing multiple things. It could be cleaning it. It could be making it flow, so it's flowing living water. Plus, it could be going through data, which would be like Akashic records, and we're drinking in the data.
I get what you're saying, but you got to look at the people that are actually bringing the data centers in. Those aren't good people.
I don't think they're there. I think they
You
went
think
to
the Shark Tank guy
bunkers
is there, Larry Fink, and all that?
over in Argentina.
They're part of the whole system. So
yeah,
they're just to be there as figureheads.
Right. Like I was telling you that that place in Ukraine, which is out really outside of Ukraine, but it was called Kakistan, I think. I think that's what it was, where they had the Council of 13, which is all we showed it on the show. It's like all those white buildings, and everyone's car has to be either gold, silver, or white. They said that that's where the main characters were, and they got 10 out of the 13 of them and got rid of them. Probably chopped their heads off. But and then
Yeah.
the rest of them probably went down in their bunkers, right?
Yeah, and if they knew where they were, then they would be gone, I would hope.
Yeah, I mean they could do a bunker buster and get them out, or I don't know. I'm just saying. I think
You're only dealing with 13 groups of people. You think that would be pretty easy to deal with.
right. I mean, so how would you disclose to everybody what has been going on, right? Because they can take anything that was bad and they can use it for good, right? So even the spraying, like the spraying the chemtrails, you would need to show everyone that there's chemtrails, and everyone could show everyone there's chemtrails. But what if there really are spraying the good stuff? And I think they are, because my we were just talking about that. My garden has never looked so good in its life. How could that be if there's
That's 'cause
still
I'm a
spraying
badass
deadly
gardener.
chemicals?
Because I'm a badass gardener, not because of Bill Gates.
Well, I brought
Bill
up
Gates
about
ain't
the
taking
birds.
credit for my damn garden.
I brought up about the birds. There's more. There seems to be more birds. There seems to be
There
the
is.
air. The air smells sweeter to me. The bees are around. Bees aren't dead. Bees have chased me and Bud. So it's like all this stuff that they're talking about is kind of the opposite of what I'm experiencing.
Yes, and then I think some plants that were maybe had died because of the spraying are coming back, because now
Yeah.
where we have a hawthorn berry bush over here, which we didn't have before. So
Or maybe we did, we didn't ever notice it.
no, I wouldn't.
Well, there's
notice those
plants I didn't know
berries.
we had growing wild until I actually grew the plant myself, and then I went, wait, I seen that on the tree line over there.
Right, and now we have wild dill growing
That's what I'm
everywhere.
saying. I started growing dill, and then when I grew the plant, I walked the dogs, down the tree line to get raspberries and stuff. Or
Oh yeah,
blueberries,
we have a bunch of raspberries
and I
too.
got like dill plants everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm like, well, shit, I just planted a bunch of dill plants. Now I could have. So it's almost like everything, the abundance is in your face. It's just
Yes.
being made aware of what you're seeing and what's around you. And until you have the knowledge of what the plants are, you don't know anything.
And I don't
You don't
remember.
see everything for what it is.
I don't remember those raspberries being down there before. We had the American Beauties.
We
but
got
not
all
the
kinds of stuff
raspberries.
growing wild here, like you wouldn't imagine.
So we picked a bunch of those, and I made some jelly out of it, and it was pretty damn good. Waiting for the rest of them to ripen up. But yeah, there was wild dill everywhere, and I got some of that. Uh, I like to use the dill for my pickles when I make the pickles.
And we were talking about the ticks. What I mean. I don't think there's any more tick. I mean, what if they just put that out to see who would get afraid of it?
Well,
What?
first you got to know what a Lone Star tick is. Let me show you a picture.
But
What?
yeah, because the ticks, we've known that ticks give Lyme disease. That's been going on for a long time. So not everyone knew that either, right? Unless you got Lyme disease.
Yeah, probably unless you were in one of the states where like Lyme is definitely up here in New York. So, Bud
Right.
is definitely trying to tell you something, Miss Sheepdog. Yeah, they.
So
a lot
I
of
don't know, because it's all this nefarious, but you
It's all
don't feel
cause.
that way, right? You don't feel like there's anything bad going to happen. I don't know.
No, because you're protected.
Yes.
You don't live in fear.
But before, maybe it's just the shift. But I really think all these things, they can always turn all of it to good. Like that Native American guy was talking about, that the technology, I think it's one of those things. The technology is not new. None of that's new. And every time they have released it, something went wrong, and it caused a reset. So the only way we could safely use it is the people's consciousness has to change, right? It has to change and let the good spirits, the ancient knowledge, be shared to everyone, which has been going on, right? All the ancient knowledge, be that we could all absorb it, and that way it wouldn't react the way it has many times before. That's the only way we can keep technology.
Yeah.
Or it would do it again.
Here's a picture of the Lone Star ticks, bloodsuckers. If you get bit by one of these, you could turn into an alpha gal and get alpha gal. So you don't want to be an alpha gal.
Yeah, well, think about it. What's an alpha? That's the girls that act like too much.
Bunch of grown ass men.
It acted more like a man. Right?
That's it.
That's an alpha gal. So I think it's more comms than actual.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there was something that those ticks have been giving people all sorts of stuff. That's been going on for a very long time. And then it gets everyone freaked out again, right? And they just want you in fear. So there's a way to prevent ticks, right?
Yeah, they've been totally putting ticks out for a long time. Like, there's no reason why there should be more and more and more. They've been doing it. It's just
Right.
now they're doing it so people will react. Like, they're showing the box of ticks, all over TikTok.
Right.
Boxes of
And then
ticks.
look at that on TikTok. They got ticks on TikTok.
But like the guy showed the box, and he's like, "This it has ticks all of it." But he didn't go up to it to show the ticks. He just showed the box.
Hey, I haven't seen a video of a box yet with ticks in it.
It was on TikTok.
Yeah, you go to box of ticks. You actually type that in, and you can find it. Box of ticks.
Yeah, and you know what? That's probably what they were doing, right? Just like Bill Gates spraying mosquitoes everywhere. That's been going on. But Japanese knotweed is what they say you can take after you get if you get bit by a tick. Go look it up.
See, Ted Cruz represents the Lone Star ticks. I mean,
and then there's the parasite ticks. Yeah, the bloodsuckers.
The bloodsuckers are the freaking elites sucking off us all these years.
Ted Cruz is a parasite on Texas's ass.
He's such a dick.
He's like, you got to pull his ass off. We got to get Miss Kim's tick puller, Ted Cruz. Do you have that one clip about what you were talking about?
It's an indigenous guy.
This one? No, not that one. This one?
This gathering was called by the Mayan people, specifically by Don Alejandro Cerrillo Perez, who is considered by most the head of the Mayan people, and other tribes. They weren't the only ones. There were other tribes that called for this meeting at the same time. And the reason it was called is because the Mayan calendar we're living in a very specific time, and this ceremony and the ceremonies that are taking place had to happen within this very narrow amount of time for the prophecies to be completed. What is secretly behind this is not just the prophecies in terms of what they believe, but it has to do also with ancestors returning from long ago into this time. For the world, there's something very important for them to understand about what this is. These are tribes from all over North and South America and from other countries, Japan, Europe, and all over. They hold something within themselves, within their knowledge, their wisdom, their experience, their DNA. They have something in them that if we don't understand, and by we I mean the modern world, we will not be allowed to continue. We either remember it or we start over. Modern world thinks that we are the greatest thing that ever lived on Earth. We think that our technology is fantastic and nothing this great has ever been on Earth. But in truth, this is not the first time. This has happened many, many times before, where races have discovered the technology far beyond what we have now, and then learned the same lesson, that spirit's far greater than anything that we can create physically. But still, we are in this point now where we think that we don't need the ancient past. We don't need that all we need is our modern understanding of where we're going. But anyone with reason can see that modern technology is not sustainable, meaning that if we continue on this path, we're all gonna die. And it's missing something. This technology would not really be a problem if there was one thing was added to it, and that is the ancient knowledge. And if we don't understand this, we're in serious trouble. If we do understand this and we listen to the ancient world and to the indigenous people and the ancient cultures and understand their viewpoint of life, which is very different than ours. They're in a dream world. We're in a logical mind world. We're in two different worlds. But if we understand their world and how they were able to sustain their lives for millions of years, and we bring that and combine it into who we are now, then we will be able to go on.
Right? So that's what I was talking about. It's like, see, the indigenous are more in the dream world, the spiritual world, right? And more, most of us are in the logical mind, right? You have to have both, right? You have to have that connect the heavens to the earth. So, and think about it, if they are running the water through the data centers, that would make it shared consciousness, right? Because our thoughts and stuff go into the water, and if we're drinking it, then it'd be shared with everybody, right? All the data. I think that's why they were telling us to speak it into the ether.
Yeah, but we have to still stand up. Yeah, we still have to stand up for things like how it's out there. You still have to stand up for it and be like, no, this is, like them certain mass surveillance is not good. Like you still have to do that, but at the other side, you have to still keep yourself together so that you're not in fear of it.
Right, and I mean.
Well, mass surveillance is good now.
On them because
it's not. Never all
the government.
Well, Trump's in office, so
all the government officials are getting caught doing this, and that. I think it got flipped on them.
There were like 800 tickets that went out. I was trying to find the news break thing. 800 tickets after one weekend of having those flock cameras up around here.
Oh yeah.
How many?
800.
You got 800 tickets?
Yeah.
Okay, they mailed tickets to you?
Yeah, it was just the flock cameras that grabbed speeders, and so 800 tickets over a weekend.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Right? And
yeah, I gotta find it.
Here in Texas, there was a guy that got a ticket from one of those. This was about 7, 8 years ago. He happened to be an attorney, and he bought it, and they couldn't use those anymore. So, like I said, it's probably disclosure, and if you pay it, then that's on you. They'll take your money.
Oh yeah.
Just like the IRS. You want to pay it? Go ahead. They'll take your money.
Like here it says, John Rich blasts governor over solar expansion in upstate New York. Now, if anybody thinks that John Rich is, like he was a regular person one day, and then he finally found his voice and he started singing, Nah, they're all in on it. All these assholes are in on it.
Right.
God, it's frustrating. But then you snap back and you're like, no, it's all just to get you upset. So you have to react the right way and not be like, oh, if John Rich said, oh, then I guess I say too. Like
Right. No, you're supposed to use your own mind. Use your own mind. That's
And
what
remember,
it's all about.
kids, the next time that somebody tells you the government wouldn't do that, oh, yes, they would. And remember, kids.
So this is from January 2024 to recent. See how fast y'all can see that this is 25 right here. Now we're going into 26. Look how fast they're going up. It's almost like they're looking for the people that. Look at that. Wait. So 24, there was a few of them. We had some here in Houston, I know. 24, 25. Now everything's painted. As you can see, where most of the people are is by where most of the cameras are. So 80% of the Americans or America is on the East Coast. You can tell by the color. See that? Right there, that's where everybody's at. All this over to the left is about 20 to 30% of what's left of the population.
Mm-hmm.
See this over to the left? That's why I guess you see more green out this way, is less people. Now you get to the west coast, California, you got all the major cities along the coast, and you go all the way up to Oregon. East Coast, from Florida all the way up to New York, is just, and then we go inland a little bit, Kentucky, Tennessee. Then we skip a little bit in Louisiana, not so much. But if you get down to New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, major cities, going to have major surveillance state. Less people in the area, the less people you have to surveillance. You kind of like want to get away from everybody.
Well,
if you want some privacy,
it could be set up for the people, the cops too. Are they still going to just go along with all this crap? Right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be only doing it if you harm somebody. Not because you're driving a little, or your tags out, or.
Well, these things monitor just not license plates. They record your voice, your image, even if you're a pedestrian, guys. Right? So they could literally trace everything you do from throughout the day, from the time you leave your house, what cameras you pass, et cetera, walk, all that stuff. Can you imagine living in a world that every time you left your house and you walked out into nature, there was cameras out there recording every time you went for a hike with your dog?
Yeah. And it's come to my attention that there are several flock cameras installed around our town. My resources count over 30 of them, and I have graphics showing where they are. I'd like to be passed around to the guests here tonight so they can see where these cameras are.
Yeah, I would recommend people checking it, the DFlock camera app, or actually website, and it shows you the cameras. You'll be shocked, right? And then it'll also show you the direction that it's facing. Some little bitty small towns have like 10 or 15 cameras, and there's only 1,000 people in the city. You're like, well, what the hell is this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Fourth Amendment right violation. It's constitutional right. So what they did was they all took the money. That's why they sit up there like this. See them? It doesn't matter what you say or how many people go and speak. They still all vote 9-0 for this shit. They're getting that money under the table, long term, maybe jobs. Once they leave here, I know a sheriff that got his whole town flocked. He flocked over his whole town, and then he went to work for Flock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why people are mad at law enforcement, because you guys don't even stand up for constitutional rights. You guys are okay with the surveillance state. And what's sad is that your own kids and grandchildren are going to be the ones that suffer the most.
Here, I'm sending in this.
These cameras utilize AI to track you and your family when you're out in public. They run by a company, Palantir. This company claims that they just record movement of vehicles and they will reduce the crime rate to 0. However, people much more educated than I on these cameras have proven this to be false when speaking to their city councils. They do not monitor where you drive, but they also monitor where you walk, what you do, what you say, what's on your phone when you walk by, and they spy on you all the time. Today, I walked around and I noticed the one down by the bridge was pointed towards the courtyard and the field, not towards any roads. So why would it be pointed towards the river, not towards the streets, if it's just to monitor vehicles?
Boom. Check the location. When you go to that website, it'll tell you what direction that camera's recording. And if that camera isn't recording traffic, like he just said, you got to ask, what is this really about? I'm telling you, it's going to be like what's that movie? Where they have everything uploaded in the Minority Report.
Oh, yeah. Where they can...
Let me go back here.
Crime for thinking it.
Towards any roads. So why would it be pointed towards the river, not towards the streets, if it's just to monitor vehicles? Also, in order to bring the crime rate down to 0, they would need to be able to predict crime before it happens. And I think that that is a slippery slope. Some cities are discussing adding this AI to police body cameras, which would be constantly monitored by an AI, which would make a judgment call about releasing drones, also controlled by this AI. Again, I see it as a very slippery slope, along with the military drones that we've seen used over in Iran and in Ukraine. That is not my biggest problem with these, though. The owner of Palantir, Peter Thiel, is a man mentioned in the Epstein files over 2,200 times, making him...
Holy shit, the Epstein class wants to surveil us. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? And Peter Thiel wants to go to Argentina with his family.
Well,
you don't even want to stay here.
They've been doing that. That's why that, what's that girl at the White House that pardons people? Alice, what's her name? Under Trump's first administration, they got caught for just...
Oh, Alice Johnson?
Yeah, Alice Johnson, because she was caught just talking about
something.
Weed, right? I think it was weed.
Yeah, marijuana.
Right. She didn't even do it. She hadn't even done it yet. She was
conspiracy to.
So tell me they hadn't already been listening to us. They have.
Well, I mean, look at... Hell yeah, they have. I mean, look at MLK.
Yes.
They had all the dirt on him. Every phone call they made in the 60s.
Yes.
Shit.
Is a man mentioned in the Epstein files over 2,200 times.
Damn, that's a record. Is that... He's got the most mentions? He's got honorable mentions in the Epstein files? That's not good.
Here, Peter, Ukraine.
Let's go back here.
That is not my biggest problem with these, though. The owner of Palantir, Peter Thiel, is a man mentioned in the Epstein files over 2,200 times, making him the 4th most mentioned individual in the files. He accepted $40 million that we know about from Epstein. The victims of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were human sex trafficked, reported almost all members consisting of high-profile and ultra-wealthy individuals, and they witnessed murders, ritual sacrifice, and cannibalism of infants. That being the consumption of human flesh and blood.
This dude is not playing at the city council meeting.
Mm-mm.
Holy shit.
No, he's not.
And see how he's got his body camera on? I take note of that. When you do these public meetings, you can always get you a little camera right here. So you don't have to hold your phone. It'll just point for you and record. This is really good when you're dealing in the public. For your records, all right?
Code words for their victims like pizza, jerky, and grape soda. I have a hard time believing that any human being could do something so evil. This is something that I would be told in a story about vampires. And I don't know about you, but I think that vampires are meant for campfires. They are supposed to be a mythological being, and they're not supposed to be real, and definitely should not be in charge of the security and safety of our city. I believe that any decent person would say no to giving up their safety and security to someone with such little value of a human life, let alone a potential ultra-wealthy pedophilic vampire in the Epstein files.
So the gazebo's right here, right? So I'm trying to capture this area where we have people hanging out.
And
all right, there you go, man. There you go. So he was talking about the drones, right? Like the flock surveillance triple threat. Let's see if I can make, there we go. How does that look right there? All right. You got the Flock Raven microphone, which is a fixed acoustic sensor that constantly monitors an area for gunshots, screams, and other flag sounds, triangulating their origin and alerting police instantly. You got the Flock Camera LPR, which is a roadside surveillance camera that continuously captures plates, vehicle fingerprints, and movement patterns, turning every passing car into a searchable data point for police. Flock Alpha drone is an auto.
Flock what?
Flock Alpha
Alpha.
drone. Yeah, it's not the Alpha gal. That's what happens when you get bit by a Lone Star tick. Flock Alpha drone, an autonomous police drone that launches from its dock to rapidly track, zoom in on, and follow targets from above, streaming real-time aerial intelligence. And they've been using this for a while now, but they're just now coming out with it.
And
I've seen these drones.
Ronnie sent us this. Thank you, Ronnie.
Yeah, I've seen these drones. Law enforcement uses these drones. They fly over they'll go park at a store, or they'll go park down the street. They'll launch a drone up into your neighborhood, and they'll be flying these above, picking up all the Wi-Fi points, different pings in your phone and shit like that. They've been doing this for a while. I know, at least 10, 15 years or more. There you go. It's for your safety, guys. It's not, that's why it's called flock safety. It's in the name. It's just for your safety. Right.
MVP said, I've seen videos of flock cameras on the ground, meaning someone took a chainsaw to them. Yeah, we saw a couple of those too.
Did you?
Remember that guy was still cutting it down?
I seen a report where somebody was cutting one down.
That was in France last year. They were cutting
Oh
down.
yeah, I seen that. Oh yeah. And the 5G towers. They won't show you that here.
Welding torch or whatever.
They cut down the 5G towers too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they weren't playing. Yeah, they started that years ago. They're already in other countries. Yeah, they're not too happy with those. Back on there. All right, so we're doing the flock. Did you get a ticket from the flock camera, Nadine?
No.
Ever?
Not that I know. I mean, I've only gotten them from the troopers, really. Yeah, I don't even think I ever had any town people bother me. It's usually just troopers.
Yeah, I don't think it's do that.
How did the government trick and finesse us to live how we're living now? What you mean by that? For example, right? I believe in God. I believe God gave us all this land. But how did the government make us pay for land that they don't own? Yeah, what? Yeah, what?
Oh, let's ponder that for a minute.
So true.
How did the government make us pay for land that they don't own?
How's that?
They don't even own it themselves. So how are they making us pay for the land that no one's supposed to own?
I guess we'll all own nothing and be happy.
Maybe that's what it
Once
is.
people start figuring this out with the property taxes, the gas tax, all this money, where the potholes are just amazing. You have bridges falling down, like you have all this stuff happening, and where did the money go? The water, like we have old pipes under the ground, and it's like, where did all the money go? It really doesn't make sense.
It went to the occupied Palestine and other black off record.
Yeah, wait till the guys start getting a hold of NASA. Oh, where did all that? Aren't they like one of the largest budgets out there? NASA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where'd the money go? Like you're sending up fake ass rockets, and hey, Elon, your fake ass rocket. And
how much it costs to hire actors to play all these parts?
Oh, good Lord. Hey, ask Christine Noem, right? How much money does she spend on her advertising? And it's her in there. It's her in there saying whatever dumbass shit she wants to say.
She's cosplaying.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, wasn't it?
No. I just wish the woman would cover some stuff up. I don't need to see everything that woman owns.
Let's pay for land that they don't own. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? So let's say you bought a house and you paid it off. You still have to pay the government taxes just to live in your own home. You right. And get this part. You don't even own your own car, bro. Wait. That's where you're wrong at, because I technically do own my car. I just paid it all off. No, you don't. So you pay every month to use your car. We call that insurance. You pay taxes every year to use your car. We call that tabs. Tabs is how they keep tabs on us. Exactly. So if you don't pay for the tabs every year, then they won't allow you to use your car. Dang, man, I feel like I'm being bamboozled, bro. Oh, no. It gets worse. Let me hear more, man. Now, when we go to work, right, before we get paid, who get paid? The government. So get this. The government takes money out of our check before we even get our check. Then we got to pay to keep our belongings and use our belongings every month. Wait. So let me get this right. If I buy a house and pay it off, I got to pay the government to keep it, or they will take it from me and sell it to someone else. If I buy a car, I have to pay the government to use it. And every time I get a job, the government will pay their sales before they pay me. Oh, it get worse? No, I can't even get no worse than that, bro. Oh, no, get this. Now, you're supposed to pay the government to do all the natural things that you're supposed to do. What you mean by that? Like, for example, if you want to hunt, right, something you naturally supposed to do, you got to go through the government and pay for that. And then on top of that, fruits and vegetables are supposed to be all through the world for free, right? But we allow the government to take all our fruits and vegetables to put them in grocery stores so we can pay for them. This is crazy to think about, bro. You want to get married? Go through the government. Want your kids to be educated? Go through the government. You want... I don't even want to hear no more, bro. This is just blowing my mind.
He's like, no, okay, I'm done with the rest.
It gets worse.
I can only take so much. But wait, there's more. It's like a one of those infomercials.
A surveillance system is spreading across North America, and most people don't even know it's there. Cameras are being mounted on poles, hidden near parking lots, and tucked behind signs. They're being blended so seamlessly into everyday infrastructure that most drivers pass by without them even noticing. But these cameras aren't just monitoring traffic. They're recording where vehicles appear and when they were there, turning all of these moments into searchable data. This evolving network is expanding faster than public awareness or oversight, and much quicker than most people realize. Once you start noticing them, it's hard to shake the sense that something fundamental has changed. As our movements through public spaces are logged and stored, the meaning of privacy and the balance of power are being redefined. For people living in vans, those traveling a lot, or those existing outside of conventional routines and systems, this change can feel especially dangerous. But this issue is larger than van life. This conversation needs to happen now. The systems are already here, rapidly spreading, and largely unnoticed to the people that are being scanned by them. For me, this all started one night with a knock on my door. I had just finished a long stretch of filming in the Pacific Northwest with a friend, and we were making our way back down south. We were exhausted and trying to find a place to stay. We decided to pull into a Home Depot parking lot just outside of San Luis Obispo. It felt safe to me. Home Depot was where I built out my van in the first place. Sometime after midnight, our sleep was disturbed. I heard a loud knock that woke me up. I could see just past my curtain the lights reflecting onto my ceiling. When I opened the door, multiple officers were already waiting outside, and I had no idea why they were there. They checked our information and asked more questions. The whole interaction went on long enough to make it impossible for me to be able to relax again. At the time, I had no idea what led them to us or why this happened. Maybe it was just a store policy. Or maybe it was something else, something less visible, but more common than I thought. That night left me with questions I couldn't fully explain, but after lots of research, I found an answer.
So he looked into it.
Yes.
That's when he found them. Like, how the hell did they pull up? Yeah, so if you look at the flock camera systems, a lot of these camera systems are in the Walmart parking lots and stuff like that, different parking lots.
Oh yeah, in the Walmarts. Why do you think they let you stay there for free?
Look, they took the "Don't tread on me" flag and made a "Don't spy on me."
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Who wants to put their town in put your city in the chat? We'll check it out. What's the first city? Put a city in the chat. Where are you from? Let's check your cameras. Where you at? Let's go to where Nadine's at. Let's go to
Upstate New York.
just type in upstate.
Yeah, okay.
That's the city.
Well, you put in Catskill.
What?
Catskill. Catskill.
Catskill. You're killing cats up there? I mean, Bud's happy about that. All right, town of Catskill. Let's check it out. Is it by Jefferson High? Okay,
See,
right there.
there's
Yeah,
that
you
one.
go.
I bet you that's that
You're
one
not-
that they got all that 800 tickets last weekend.
Oh, it
yeah,
must have been when you cross the bridge.
Yep.
You take a right on Rip Van Winkle Bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, you ain't got it. You're not too bad there.
No. No, but one's too many.
Now, when you get up over here,
one is too many. So just so those people know, one is too many.
It's weird because they want to know who comes in and out of between these two areas right here.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's two different counties, and
it's almost like they want to know when you go left or when you go right.
Yeah, because they want to keep us in our within our 15 minutes.
Yeah, this camera is facing. Yeah, since you ain't got. If you look over here on the left, it'll show you how many cameras in view when you hover over your town. And then and also other things it picks up as well. So now we got 2 in camera. Let's scroll out. It starts getting more.
Yeah, there's Albany is up.
Yeah, when you go up here, holy shit.
Yeah.
Man, the Epstein clients must be living here.
Yeah.
Dude, this is Epstein's client list is right here. 152 cameras in this one town. This is where all the trafficking's going on. It's got to be. That's why they're surveilling everybody. How many flock cameras do you think are at Zorro Ranch?
None.
Right. Anybody put one? Any cities in the chat?
Nah, I didn't see any.
Dawn said Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce.
Florida has a lot of cameras.
PIERCE, and then you put a comma, FL. I'm over here. Fort Pierce. Yeah. That's pretty. Yeah. When you go to the seawall, there's a couple of them right there when you're coming and going.
Hey, go to the Nightmare, Florida place where I used to live. Where Grady Judge or Judge Grady, whatever that sheriff, in Lakeland, Florida.
Oh, Judge Grady.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, there's Fort Pierce. We're looking at 57 at least in that area.
Rockwell, Texas.
Let's do Chattanooga. Spell it for me. I just know it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie down there.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Way down yonder on a Chattahoochee. Can you spell this?
CHATTA.
Yeah.
NOOGA, Tennessee.
All right, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then we'll do Rockwell. Let's see what we got in Chattanooga. We got 42 roughly in that area, depending on how far out you want to go, 50. But when you get into Chattanooga, it's really not too bad. You got a lot right here in this one little area, which is unusual. It must be a shopping center.
Yeah.
Let me scroll in right here.
Walmart, maybe.
This right here.
That's where they have a lot of them.
There's 6 just right here in this one block. What is that? That's got to be a school or something in this area. Smokehouses. There's a pool there, looks like. Yeah, they want to know who comes in and out of that on West 33rd.
It could be a subdivision.
William Street.
Community or something, maybe.
And yeah, so overall,
Texas.
Not too bad. About just in this area, what's on the screen, about 92.
Do Beverly Hills.
Rockwell, Texas.
Next.
Here we go. Not bad. Looking good. Look at that. 0.
Yeah, our people are clean.
Now, do Beverly Hills, California?
It's just when you go north and go into, more potentially Paris, Texas. And Epstein, yeah, hold on. Which one?
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hillbillies? Beverly Hills. What state?
California, I believe.
Huh?
I'm assuming California. Is there another Beverly Hills? That's the only one I know.
Well, I mean, damn.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Damn.
And then,
look at that. They got a damn
a lineup.
SpaceX satellite train right there. Holy shit. Look at that.
Yeah, California.
Look at that. Damn. Every damn light.
They're making a DNA strand with that.
Man, you can't even.
And then do Provo, Utah.
Look at that. One. That's 23 cameras. Hold on. Let's see how many. That's on one strip, dude. Don't go to Beverly Hills. Here we go. About 80 right here in Beverly Hills. Let's scroll out a little bit more. 153. Yeah, I don't know. It must be something going on this street right here to have that many down in a row like that. That's overkill. All you need one is one at the end if you're going to do it. I don't agree with none of it. Oh yeah, there must be some money right there or something.
Maybe a whole bunch of stores.
So
maybe?
we see who accepted this, right? The people that have something to fear, right? People, if you feel like you're going to be robbed or something, or I don't know.
Provo, Utah.
Hold on. I'm just blown away at this long train of block. This is crazy. That's crazy.
Maybe there's some high-end stores.
Man.
All up and down there, I'm assuming.
So which one?
Provo, Utah.
Provo, UTAH. Here we go. There it is. All right, let's go over here. Is this it? On the water?
Provo, Utah, right there. There's just
Yeah, you're looking. It's yeah. So somebody sold their soul at the city council. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, can you look up?
Look at that.
Can you look up Brooklyn Heights, New York?
Yeah. So Provo, Utah looks. If you look at it right here, there's nothing in between that and what city is this?
It's probably Salt Lake.
Thornton.
Where?
Yeah, Thornton. So then when you go to Provo, Utah, look, you come right over here, boom, they got this whole area of Salt Lake City just like lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
And then you go in and then the more, here we go. Look at that. I mean, that's big time. Big time, big time. That's crazy. Which one did you say, Nadine?
Brooklyn Heights. That's where the Hasidics, the Zionists, the
Brooklyn Heights.
Yeah.
Tiny hat.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh.
None.
Holy shit! Nothing. That's the Zionists, the Hasidics, all of them. That's where they live down there.
Fairfax.
That says something right there.
Yeah.
Well, you got
yeah,
a few.
yeah,
right around in the. But
that says something.
You're
right
good
there.
around in here in Cobble Hill. Now you might have a few around the area on the outside.
Well, they don't want anybody getting in.
Look, they got Dumbo. I didn't know Dumbo was a type place.
Now, Fairfax, Virginia.
Damn, New York is. All right, Fairfax.
Virginia.
Fairfax, VA. Oh, I think it's one word. Fairfax County. Yeah, just do that. Here we go. Fairfax about 65. Well, let's go into Fairfax. Fairfax itself, you just have one in and out when you come in on Main Street. When you go through town, depending on which direction you go, that's about it. And then when you get down to the FedEx Center, you got another one on the Little River Turnpike.
Oh, I just went to the main page of that website. Last time you had this up, like what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks? It was 94,000. Now it's 99,914.
Dang.
Yep.
Now, Greencastle, Indiana.
Greencastle, Indiana. Looking at Virginia University there. Fairfax. All right. GRENCASTLE.
This one.
Newcastle.
Greencastle. One word.
Oh, the one word. Let's try that. See if I get. Not too bad. About 7.
Now, New Jersey.
You just have one whenever you're coming into Greencastle. If you go south on Jackson, or if you take 231 south when you leave. So it gets you coming into Greenville, coming from south, and then it gets you leaving, coming from Greencastle, heading south. It gets you leaving that way and coming and going. I wonder if it scans both directions.
New Jersey, North Arlington Mafia State.
So north on 231 as well. There's another one. So coming and going, yeah. It's not like all the other towns where it has like cameras all along Main Street, like Indianapolis Road having a bunch of cameras, right? Or nowhere in the neighborhood. So you do have some privacy in Greencastle. Like, you see what I'm saying? See this? That's privacy. This whole town is like, there's no cameras except for when you're coming and going. That's probably what you would expect. What?
New Jersey. Yes.
New Jersey, what? You know the whole state of New Jersey's on lock on surveillance. Let's go to New Jersey. It's all right. Here we go.
The North Arlington Mafia State. New Jersey, North Arlington.
Is that where Whitey Bulger's at?
Oh, Durham's after that guy. Or he got him, right? Didn't he get him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Next one is Cape Coral, Florida.
Yeah, this isn't. Well, wow. What's this over here? What's going on in this town? Like, what I would like to know is I would want to know what justifies this many cameras. I also want to know what the crime rate is here and how many banks have been robbed, because they say these flock cameras are to catch the bank robbers.
Well, if they say they're in the Walmart, they're probably on all the businesses that wanted those. Just like our Ring doorbells, right? It was so you could watch your house, right? But it was also watching you. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're probably.
What is this?
It just shows who has the power when you go to Brooklyn Heights and there's no cameras.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn. That's right in the city.
They're trying to. This isn't just for cameras. This is for recording.
Oh yeah, does everything.
If it does,
says recording,
because
microphone.
there's no way you need this many trap. You don't need the camera. Guys, this is. I don't know what the hell this is. It's crazy. I'd literally have to see if there's 2 cameras on 4 cameras on each corner. There's 4 on this one street, 2 right there, 2 right there, 2 right there, 2.
They catch you doing something. They've got the left, right. They got up and down. They got every place to get you, and that's more tickets they can write because they've got all different motives. Oh, look at what she was probably doing this too. You know, make up a law. Oh.
Okay, Cape Coral, Florida.
Cape Coral, Florida.
The next one's Temple, Texas.
All right. Let's go to that one. Here we go. I wish it was that fast to get there. I wish you could teleport. Like when I type in Cape Canaveral, I just hit go and then like I'm at Cape Canaveral. Here we go. So the main strip. What street is that? Cape Coral Parkway. You have, coming in and then down here.
Yeah, coming in and
kind of spread out a little bit, not too much, not too, a little bit of privacy going on around in here, right? You don't have them all the way down Cape Coral. You don't have them all the way down Agualinda Boulevard or Skyline Boulevard, right? You got them in a couple of spots. Something going on over here in North Cape Coral. Veterans Memorial. Really keeping an eye on Ruby Tuesdays. All these, where the shopping areas are, where a lot of people come and go, the shopping areas.
Yeah, like Patriot Nano said, it looks like she just looked. It's the wealthy section.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Beverly Hills, when we looked at Beverly Hills and it had that line all the way, I'm like, wow.
Okay, now Temple, Texas.
Yeah, so Cape Coral is Fort Myers. Still got a little bit, but not as much as some locations. Was it Temple?
Temple, Texas.
Temple, Texas.
Yeah, that's Denver, Colorado.
Oh,
Ooh.
Man, they're looking for Jimmy Hoffa down there.
Wow.
Hey, who y'all got in there? Y'all got Mafia? Y'all said Mafia was in New Jersey? I think it's in Temple. No, you got a few in let's see where they got them at. Over here on Cottonwood. What is this? Stores, maybe?
Yeah, probably. I wish it would say.
Well, there's the HEB and the Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Texas A&M College. You got a few around that college, of course. around the mall parking lot. That's it. But when you get in the temple, and then the neighborhood's really not so much. Just around what looks maybe like,
I mean,
I don't know the area, so I don't know what I'm looking at as far as the businesses here. But yeah, just coming into this area must be I would like to check check the numbers and see what's going on. Maybe the robberies or something are really bad in certain areas. Maybe that's why they got them there. You know what I mean? What the crime rate is, stuff like that. Past incident, maybe somebody's getting robbed in the parking lots or in this area, and that's where they. So that's probably where they set them up because you got law enforcement. They keep track of all that shit. They know how
they
many
watch those
calls.
cameras.
They know how many calls have been made to certain locations in their system. So that's probably another reason why they would have these up in the high crime rate areas. I could see that, but still, it's an issue.
So Denver, Colorado.
Oh, Denver. They got cameras. Here we go. Denver's got it. Come on now.
Patriot and Anna.
Check
out the airports. Dulles International has some on the way.
Look at that, Denver. When you get out of the cities, look, see that? Nothing. When you get over here,
But
nothing.
So with all those cameras, the crime rate should be down.
Yeah. There should be zero kids trafficked as well.
Bueller said, does that program do Europe?
Oh, they just put out a notice for someplace around here. There was a marijuana overdose.
What? Oh my gosh.
That's real hard to do, I would think, right?
I think that'd be the first one in history.
Yeah, I know. The EMS were called because of marijuana overdose.
Does it do does that program only do United States, or does it do?
Yeah, so Colorado is pretty.
Like Portugal or Europe?
Yeah, which one?
She said try Portugal.
P-O-R-T.
Portugal.
Here, let me see let me just go to Portugal. Let me see how far this scrolls out to. Probably just, I know it stops at Canada, so Hawaii is on there. You can go down here to, I don't see anything over here in the other countries.
Just the United States?
Yeah, it's just us. We're on lockdown.
Okay, try.
This is, hey guys, it's 14 days to slow the curve, okay?
Reynoldsville, PA.
This island down here has got it for some reason. Sure, Puerto Rico has got the flock cameras. A couple of little islands over here, British Virgin Islands. Has it? Reynolds, PA.
Reynoldsville.
Reynolds. Let's see here. PA.
Reynoldsville, PA.
Oh, Reynolds.
One word.
B-I-L-L-E. I guess we're all moving to Reynoldsville.
Right, none.
Hey, if you want privacy, guys, move to Reynoldsville.
How about Burlington, Wisconsin?
Now you have some in Sandy.
Very, very few.
But yeah, Reynoldsville is like, Brooksville's good. Man, where are you at? Where is this at? Hold on now. What planet is this? What planet still has the... I'm going to scroll out here. Okay, Northwest PA. Look at that. They're like...
Okay, Burlington, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Reynoldsville, nothing. Pretty good. There's probably nobody hardly out there. Couple streets. Yeah, you're looking good there. Holy cow. For miles in any direction. There you go. You want to live off grid? Go to Northwest Pennsylvania. Now, go ahead. What's the next one?
Burlington, Wisconsin.
Who?
Burlington. Like
B-U-R.
Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah. Lington. Burlington Coat Factory.
Wisconsin.
Not bad.
No.
Yeah, look at that.
Next one is Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, you know, the troublemakers are in Lubbock, so I don't even know why you asked me to look up Lubbock.
Lubbock, Texas.
You just got one in Burlington Pass. I guess it's kind of a weird positioning, showing some weird direction. Not even in the direction of the cars, but we'll see. That's it. Yeah, Burlington's. Then you scroll out. Yeah, unless you go into Milwaukee or hit the East Coast a little bit, or go into what's that? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Burlington's good. Which one? Oh, Lubbock.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. Let's go. Yep, I told you. We got all the troublemakers in Lubbock. No, I'm just playing with Lubbock's. And that's a college town, ain't it? Texas Tech.
Yep.
Yeah, you got them in
Fort Huron, Michigan.
all around the North Loop, different intersections coming around the North Loop. And for the most part, and yeah, just certain corners, certain intersections. 34th Street intersection, pretty much. A lot of intersections, different little intersections. See how they have multiple intersections being monitored right there. That's it. It's not like Beverly Hills, but still just certain intersections. By the Triple J Chop House and Brewery, 19th Street and 18th Street, or Texas Avenue intersections, type like that. What's the next one?
Fort Huron, Huron.
Fort H-U-R-R what?
Huron.
O-N. Okay.
Michigan.
All right, here we go. Yeah, a little bit there. Now, if you cross the river right there, Point Edward, you'll be looking pretty good. That must be a whole other country. The way there's no Toronto. That's what it is.
Yeah, nobody wants
I'm
to
like,
know.
there's nobody across the river. Look. And I zoomed out. I was like, oh, that's Canada. Okay.
Next one's Jackson, Tennessee.
So
Jackson, Tennessee.
yeah, port. You have a few along the waterfront right there, of course, by the border. See that? Different all along the coming in and out, different intersections. That's about it. Not real over two. Let's see how many you got there. You got about 37 in that area. 37. Not too bad.
Jackson, Tennessee.
Who?
Jackson, Tennessee.
All right, let's go to Jackson, Tennessee. What do you know? Is that it? Oh yeah, you're in Nashville. Right around Nashville area. Yeah, any of the big cities, major cities, you're gonna have a lot of this. Hold on, J-A-C-K. Jackson, Tennessee. There we go. That's it right here. All right. Yeah, you got one in South Jackson, but that's about it. And then north. But other than that, you're looking pretty good.
Folsom,
26.
California.
So that's like the Liberty Park area has about 4 or 5 around the park.
She said it's 2 hours from Nashville.
Yeah, parks, stuff like that. You're gonna see them. Jogging trails, maybe. There's another one and another one going that way. Not too bad. Not too bad. Then you zoom out just to kind of see where you stand with your neighbors. So there's Jackson, and you scroll out, and yeah, there's. So it's probably where the population is quite a. But when you get out away from the cities or small, bigger towns, they get to get away with the block cameras. There's no. Which one is next?
Folsom, California.
Folsom, California. Garden Grove. Ernest Folsom Drive. Fulsom. Is it Folsom City?
Folsom. It just says Folsom, California. Folsom.
Folsom.
Like Folsom Prison. Folsom.
There we go. Yeah. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, this is Folsom. Not too bad. Look at that. Normally you would see like cameras all up and down in these areas right here along the water. You don't see that here. Yeah, you're looking pretty good. Just kind of, yeah. Wow. There's a couple right here for us. Let's go check it out. What is that? Over by Trader Joe's. Yeah, Trader Joe's. Is that Joe Biden's store or what? Not too bad. Look at that. Scroll out a little bit and you get into it. Now, if you go more west, you're going to run into a whole bunch, whatever towns these are over here. Sacramento, right, major cities, stuff like that. You're going to have more cameras. But Folsom isn't looking too bad in that one little area. But you're still surrounded by a couple thousand just right here in Sacramento. 1,000 right there.
Next one is Detroit, Michigan.
You know Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
You know Detroit is. Detroit, Michigan? Yeah, there it is, Detroit. Yeah, you know the major cities, and then of course Canada isn't going to have anything across the bridge here. Yeah, Detroit, Dearborn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You pick one, guys. I can't even you just.
KBB said, "What does Lady G state look like?" South Carolina.
Let's go check it out. Where's he from? Hilton Head? I think he's northwest South Carolina, but what's his city? What's his state? Where's
I don't know exactly. South Carolina.
What's Lindsey Graham's district?
Shoot, I have no idea. When you ask.
Here, I'll go somewhere where I know. Beaufort, this is where the military base is in Beaufort, South Carolina. We got a few there. Ridgeland along 95. Not too bad.
Senator of the entire state of North Carolina.
What's his city? Statesboro. Savannah, Georgia's got quite a few. Not South Carolina, not too much, but in Beaufort, a little bit. Not too bad. When you get up to Charleston, you get a lot, right? Walterboro. But when you get out to Hampton, Fairfax.
It's not one city, it's the entire state.
Okay. Give me his location. Where does he reside?
Washington, D.C. Wow. He's official resident
Tel Aviv?
in Seneca, South Carolina.
What, spell it?
Seneca, which is in Oceanee County. Oceanee County. That spends most of his time in Washington, it says.
Right here. All right, here's Lady D. I got a new picture of Lady G. Y'all want to see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure. Yeah, you're like, yeah. Please show us. I've been waiting all night for this. Oh.
Oh my goodness. You could see it though. If it
Hey.
was, yeah.
Throw a wig on it.
Yep.
Some makeup. That's old Netanyahu's wife.
You know what? I was gonna sign up for that reface thing that I saw on I think it's TikTok or something, and that you can send your picture in, and then it comes up with a bunch of different hairstyles. So you could send pictures in of these people and be able to imagine what they would look like with the opposite hair, and then be able to notice, like really see what they would look like.
Yeah, we know what we want to do with Lady G, right? Deport. Deport. Deport Lady G.
Let's see if there's an email.
Is that it? Yeah, he's got pretty good. He must live on this lake, man. That must be not too bad. South Trent.
Okay, Kelly said Lady G is nothing but a tramp. Tramp for Israel.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, tramp for war.
I think we got everything.
Yeah.
See any more, Nadine?
The day before, Wire published an investigation based on more than 1,000 pages of unpublished documents from the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and fusion centers across the country, obtained through public records requests. Now, fusion centers are the sprawling intelligence sharing hubs where federal, state, and local law enforcement quietly pull information and circulate it between agencies. They were at the center of the investigation. And what those documents reveal is chilling. Our own government has now invented an entirely new category of domestic threat that could be used to investigate, monitor, and potentially criminalize ordinary Americans for their political beliefs and online speech. They're calling it anti-tech violent extremism. It is a phrase that appears nowhere in publicly available DHS or FBI extremism frameworks or threat.
All right, let's stop right there. I'm going to pause for a second. You notice how they say anti-tech? You're not anti-tech. We're anti-surveillance. Constitutional rights violations is what we're anti. We're pro-constitution, right? Listen to what they call them, anti-tech.
extremism.
Right
It
here.
is a phrase that tech violent, calling it anti-tech violent extremism.
So remember when I said be careful when y'all use that word terrorists and
Yeah.
calling the left-wing Democrats domestic terrorists and stuff like that, because it can come back on you. So this affects everybody, and speaking out against it could get you flagged.
It is a phrase that appears nowhere in publicly available DHS or FBI extremism.
It's a made-up term that they just created. Anti-tech.
They're calling it anti-tech violent extremism.
Violent. So that means you have had to do something, committed a crime with violence. You can't get labeled that if you're a peaceful protester and you're
that's a thought crime
criticizing.
Police. Yeah, it's a thought crime police.
Yeah, I think they forget that the power. I think they forget it's one
They've
thing.
been doing that. That's why those guys were saying when they found that out. They were in jail, and they found that out. They were thinking that their friend or their family member had snitched on them, when it wasn't even that. It's because they've been watching, listening.
Yeah. So they can label you what you want, but if you go to your state constitutions, it says inherent political power. All political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority. We have the authority and instituted for our benefit.
Yes.
Okay. So if it isn't benefiting us, then you got the right, First Amendment, to say something about that. Redress your grievances.
It is a phrase that appears nowhere in publicly available DHS or FBI extremism frameworks or threat assessment guidelines. They created it themselves, and now they are already using it to monitor Americans. So what counts as an anti-tech extremist? Well, on one hand, the documents point to a genuinely dangerous fringe group tied to violence. That is the example they lead with, because it makes the whole thing sound reasonable. But on the other hand, and this is the part we should be deeply concerned about, fusion centers are tracking ordinary people that are showing up at town halls and budget committee meetings to object to data centers being built in their neighborhoods. They are predicting protests and pre-labeling the people who might show up as extremists before anyone has done anything at all.
Damn, I thought this technology was for the immigrants.
Yep.
But now they're creating databases of people that don't agree with their bullshit.
Fusion centers are tracking ordinary people that are showing up at town halls and budget committee meetings to object to data centers being built in their neighborhoods. They are predicting protests and pre-labeling the people who might show up as extremists before anyone has done anything at all.
It kind of reminds you of COVID. I think the same people that pulled off the COVID shit here locally are still in positions. Nobody did anything. Nobody removed them. They didn't even get removed from their seats. Remember when they were calling you anti-vaxxers and all this other shit? And if you didn't wear a mask in the bank, they would arrest you.
And they could be seeing who's actually standing up. Also, who's speaking out? They said they're watching everyone. Remember the guy with that video we played? They said they're watching every single body. See who's there, who's standing up, who's speaking out. Right? You want to say your voice. Do you want to do that in these times? Be accounted for.
Yeah, and speak up when it comes from love in the first place, then it comes across better than if you're all upset about something. You always think if you're getting all mad at something, don't type anything out until you calm down and go back.
I type it out and then I don't hit send and then I delete it and I feel
right.
better.
You say it you say it out of concern, out of the concern for your community, for your family, for others, right? That you care about them and you don't want this happening. So you don't want them being surveyed. You don't want them being listened to, right? It's against the Constitution.
It's against the freaking universal law.
And that too.
Bunch of jackholes. Good.
And that too.
So a small town in Oregon is celebrating after officially stopping a large data center from being built in their community. The La Pine City Council voted unanimously to reject the proposed project. The proposal called for a massive 20 megawatt data center, which raised concerns about residents about energy use, water consumption, noise, and whether the project would truly benefit the community. BlackRock and Palantir frequently appeared at local community discussions, even though the data center was being built by Boxminer. Boxminer is the, so they have BlackRock and Palantir frequently showing up to these events.
Last, to conclude this matter, determined the purchase and sale is closed.
A big wave of relief from a very passionate crowd after the La Pine City Council decides not to move forward with a proposed data center. That vote, unanimous, and came after residents voiced strong and often fiery opposition to the proposed project. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Molly Hendrickson. That city council vote came after hours of public comment. It was a packed house at the La Pine Senior Center tonight. The proposal called for a 20 megawatt data center on Reed Road east of Highway 97 in La Pine. The proposal has fueled outrage among many in the community.
I just want to say something right here. I'm going to let it finish, then I'll comment.
Tonight, many residents raised concerns about energy use, water, noise, and whether the project would really benefit the community. Residents were relieved their voices were heard.
I feel really proud of my new community. I feel really proud that we've had this many people show up.
Hold on now. We got left and right showing up at the city council. Look at this, guys. I'm going to show you something. Let me show you something in here. I told you I wasn't going to comment, but I am. We got left and right in here. We got a guy over here with a MAGA hat. Like, this affects the whole community, and they're all coming together. They don't give a shit.
It doesn't matter then.
This isn't political. Right. So I want to point this out. You see that?
We're heard.
I feel.
There he is right there. Right there. But you don't know none of their political left, right, other than the guy wearing the hat. I see a veteran right here in the front, a couple veterans. I see a lot of the boomer generation sitting here representing. I see Gen X, possibly even Gen Z over in the corner cheering them on. There you go, right? All ages.
I feel really proud of my new community. I feel really proud that we've had this many people show up. Apparently, we had a lot of people show up at the last meeting and they decided they needed a bigger space. And so we showed up.
When our community showed up like this, we heard them and we knew what we had felt in our gut all along was the right choice for our community. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
City leaders also questioned discrepancies in projected revenue, energy costs, and the number of permanent jobs the data center would create.
There you go. Don't say, man, that's a good mayor right there. That's a good mayor.
Heard them.
She's pretty upbeat, and then she did an interview. Like, normally they're assholes. Right? They just vote 9-0 even when there's a packed house. Right? When the whole community shows up and they still vote 9-0, you know somebody took the money, right?
Yes.
You guys, 2 useful tips. First of all, if you fill your empty can with propane, you make sure that it's actually propane and not acetylene. You can actually light it and use it as a hand warmer. This thing will stay lit up to like 5 minutes without going out. All you got to do to put it out is just put your hand over it like that. So
yeah, there you go. Y'all got it?
Got it.
Let me give you guys 2 useful tips. First of all, if you fill your empty can with propane, you make sure that it's actually propane and not acetylene. You can actually light it and use it as a hand warmer. This thing will stay lit up to like 5 minutes without going out. All you got to do to put it out is just put your hand over it like that. So that's number 1.
For the second tip, Palantir is an AI-based software corporation that stores and analyzes every single registered U.S. citizen's info, such as their name, their birthday, their address, their phone number, their driver's license, their fingerprints, their facial recognition templates that your iPhone uses, your health record, your criminal records, all of your phone numbers, all of your internet searches, all of your emails, your private networks, all of your stored photos, videos, and audio recordings, your license plate reader logs from traffic cameras, and your GPS tracking history. It's being ran by its founder, Peter Thiel, who, when asked if he thinks that the human race should survive AI superintelligence in the future, he gave this response.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes?
I don't know. I would,
You would move to Argentina with your family. That's what you would do.
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit
Should
in
the
this.
human race survive?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Also, after appearing on the #1 podcast in the world, The Joe Rogan Experience, Peter Thiel spent over an hour lecturing Joe Rogan on the Antichrist and how he believes it has much to do with his company. After that podcast in 2024, Joe Rogan would attend several meetings at Peter Thiel's house where he would learn more about Palantir and the Antichrist. And then in 2025, began openly supporting Palantir AI, and on his podcast stated this.
Jesus was born out of a virgin mother. What's more virgin than a computer? If Jesus does return, even if Jesus was a physical person in the past, you don't think that he could return as artificial intelligence?
Oh my God.
Artificial intelligence could absolutely return as Jesus. Not just return as Jesus, but return as Jesus with all the powers of Jesus.
Combine.
Peter Thiel happened to be one of the only donors for Trump in 2016, and he paid $15 million for J.D. Vance's campaign for Congress in 2022, and strongly advocated for J.D. Vance to be the vice president in 2026 to Donald Trump, all because they agreed to block all AI development regulations in America. Please follow if you would like more content like this.
All right, y'all see that? But Peter Thiel's going to move to Argentina, right? So we got AI Jesus coming in. We got Elon talking about Jesus miracles taking place, all right, with the AI.
As artificial intelligence?
Oh my.
So he's thinking Jesus is going to return as AI. That's what he's saying. You don't think he could, but he could.
Yeah. Artificial intelligence could absolutely return as Jesus.
Y'all heard this shit? What timeline are we on?
Not just return as Jesus, but return as Jesus with all the powers of Jesus.
Combine.
Oh, so you're going to compare the powers of
AI.
Peter Thiel happened to be one of the only donors for Trump in 2016, and he paid $15 million
for J.D. Vance, right? All right, this is 528. This is yesterday. Andover, New Jersey cancels data center project and passes total ban on data centers. Hey, don't sleep on the boomers. The boomers are at the city halls canceling data centers. Don't sleep on the boomer generation, guys. A lot of people, they get a lot of heck, but I'll tell you what, they're filling up they're, what, 4-0 so far right now? I mean, there's 5,000 data centers already, but apparently we're in a race with China. But we have 4,000 or 5,000 more than all the other countries combined. So we're literally, I think, leading the race when it comes to total surveillance state. I mean, Charlie.
The United States is owned by foreign corporations. Nixon opened it up for foreign trade. And when Nixon opened up for foreign trade, the people of Europe and the common market and Spain and different places, they don't care about the United States forest. And in short, the United States has been sold out by people who really don't care for anything but money. I've had all the money in the world 3 times. I had to give it back to keep the game going.
What game?
The game. It's a game. Money is a game. It's only real to the people who work for it. The people that don't need to work for money, it's a monopoly game. It's a game of paper. It's all on paper. I've got a production company, and I've got a recording company, and I've got a mansion in Beverly Hills, and I've got Rolls Royces and Ferraris. I've got everything money can buy, but it's all on paper. Everything's done through the companies and through the tax loopholes, and the people that live on that level, they don't care about the average honest mule that just goes back and forwards to work. They don't care about the children that are in the streets that are thrown out of this upper echelon of existence.
Yeah, he tried telling you a lot of shit, right? I went back and listened to all of his interviews. They called him crazy. Maybe he was saying too much, too soon, especially in the 60s, 70s, right? What did they do? They put him in jail or assassinate. So the United States is owned by foreign corporations. The United States isn't a country. It's a business. It's a corporation. Wherever there is power, greed, and money, there is corruption.
The United States is...
Right.
Soul Tribe, I keep hearing people talk about the emergency broadcast system and how there's supposed to be a big alert. And I've been hearing this for years now. But you have to understand something. They are not just going to release a emergency broadcast system and shut down the grid. And I'm going to tell you why they're not going to. With all the atrocities that could happen with that grid going down, there's also good things that could happen with that grid going down. And they know this. And one of their biggest fears is that they won't have a way to consistently give you false information, consistently feed you distractions. No phones, no TVs, no radios. Know what that means? No internet. Know what that means? That means that they can't relay the fucking misinformation and the deception to you. This is why there hasn't been...
The Smith-Monk Modernization Act 2012, they won't be able to propagandize you. Think about that. It makes a lot of sense that they turn off they would literally unplug you from their control. Oh, because the battlefield's in the mind.
What if they switch it off and switch it over to a different type of phone system?
Well, and the guy shoots it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, they live.
Yeah, the guy shoots it. So
yeah, they got to check out that whatever signal we've been getting.
Yeah, they got to
check out the bad signal and
yes,
it had something to do with that.
Yeah.
Consistently give you false information, consistently feed you distractions. No phones, no TVs, no radios. Know what that means? No internet. Know what that means? That means that they can't relay the fucking misinformation and the deception to you. This is why there hasn't been no emergency broadcast. Because they realize that everything they give to you could go one way or the other. And if they fucking shut down the grid, they cut off their interaction with you. You remember who, what, and where you are.
That's what happened. The guy shoots it, and then you could see who everybody was.
Yes.
And that's on the They Live. Was that the final scene?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you could see like the newscasters. You could see they were robots.
She's talking about this clip right here. Let me pull this on. Here we go. I think it's this one. They Live exposing the alien scene. You see that? All right, so they're going out. They're killing all the people in the hallway. Go through the hallway. Now we go up to the top of the building right here. Here we go. All right, now we're on the roof. See all the satellites? What's the frequency, Kenneth? Y'all heard that song by REM? There. That's what she's talking about, cutting that signal. Maybe what he's talking about, cutting everything.
The thing in the building, that's the power to it. It's coming up.
Damn, that right there. It's like a fuse.
Yeah, it looks like the flock in Beverly Hills.
All right, so he's got to put it.
You and Holly clear?
I'm clear. Are you? Don't do it.
Yeah, I don't want to get cover. I'm gonna pause it every few seconds. Don't do it. Why? How come she doesn't want him to do it?
She's one of them. Yeah.
They're always watching. This is the gang stalking shit we're talking about.
Yeah.
Where the helicopters show up, or the drones nowadays, they would show up with drones today.
Drop your weapon. Stand away from the dish, or we will open fire.
Get away from the dish, boy. They're really protecting that signal. But wait, he's got something up his sleeve.
Sit.
Man, that's the signal. That's it. So he shoots that, right? Now check this out. Cable 54, you see the green laser? Isn't that a club? Club 54 or something like that? Is this the 80s?
Studio.
Studio 54?
Yeah.
All right, so this is cable. Nice laser. See that? Sometimes you pick these green lasers up on the weather satellites. These green lasers
What
pop.
they say,
See that?
green laser and shoot at the block camera.
Yeah.
And then it's supposed to block it.
All right. So everything's blowing up. Seeing the space laser. And then
And the middle finger.
And the middle finger. There
Fuck,
you go.
hello.
Now
Give a
look.
press conference and
Now when he cut the signal, they no longer can hide behind the veil. They're now coming across as who they are.
And it's Ainsley Earhart and Steve
filter
Busey.
leaves. Right. There's no more Snapchat filter. Right. No more filters for the face.
how to buy a sailboat.
These are your TV anchors.
Prime News.
Like shit. I'm on it.
What's wrong?
All the sex and violence on the screen has gone too far for me. I'm fed up with it. Filmmakers like George Romero and...
See, now they could no longer hold their appearance. People could see them as they are. See if one in the corner, one at the bar, you could be sitting around.
John Carpenter have to show some restraint.
There you go. That's probably why they ain't cut the signal and it exposed themselves.
Yeah, well, they can brainwash us. We would all wake up, probably. That's probably what they're going to do. Think about it. Everyone else would wake up. Because it's like kind of like they have us under a spell. It's whatever frequencies.
A trance.
Stuff they're telling us, too.
Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to describe someone and let's see if you can guess who this person is. Who received a menorah from the Israel Heritage Foundation with the inscription Prince of Peace? Who has a father with the middle name Christ and their mother's first name is Mary? Who held a replica of the Ark of the Covenant in their house for 6 months? And who's working to rebuild the third temple in Jerusalem? Who said in an interview they don't need forgiveness? Who's mixing Christianity with Catholicism and Judaism? Who's a fierce man with a strong countenance? Who's constantly boasting in themselves instead of boasting in Jesus? And who is it that's bringing world leaders together and even got many of them to sign the Abraham Accords? Who is it that's saying America is first and not humanity? And why is this person pushing so hard for the world to welcome AI, robots, and quantum computing? And why is this person saying that they're leading the world into the golden age? And coincidentally, this also refers to a time during the pre-flood of the fallen Nephilim. Oh, and which president was it that on his first week of office, he cut back on abortion access and facilities, and then on May 7th, he withdrew a major lawsuit defending abortion pill access, basically saying, no, never mind, and that gave a huge win to pro-choice activists? And who was it that reposted on his social media an AI-generated video of him as a golden statue for everyone to worship? And who's leading the world into digital currency? And who is it that's calling the world into peace? And okay, so I'm going to describe someone.
Is that it? Did that play all of them? Yeah. Yeah. Here's another
Don't
thing.
you want to listen to the end? Find out who it is.
I wonder who it is. Oh, but I think this New World Order plan is something that's been in play for decades. You can't blame it all on one man. It's been going on for decades. It's been since the beginning of time. So it's the final battle. It's all coming to an end, right? This is for all the marbles. But in the meantime, if you post anything about the data centers, you may get a knock at the door.
Punks right here came by because I'm trying to organize a community protest against a representative who's trying to push in a data center owned by a out-of-state company, trying to suck up all our energy. I made a post. I made an event on Facebook trying to organize the community to get together. And what's your badge number? Name and badge number?
I'm Detective Henson.
And name and badge number?
Sure. SHRP and it's 160.
Okay. Yeah. No, I have a First Amendment right to protest. And if I organize a protest on a public road, there's nothing wrong with that. I sent an email to that representative and I can show you the email. I never made a threat. I told, no, this is my house and I'm going to talk. You guys are on my property trying to intimidate me because I'm organizing a protest against a data center. Then why are you here?
Well, that's if you let me. Okay, so first off, do you want to talk about this?
Talk about what? There's nothing to talk about. I'm organizing a protest and I'm allowed to do that. It's a First Amendment protected activity.
110%.
Yeah.
The issue is some of the communication, the Facebook posts. I would disagree that there's.
I haven't made a single threat. Tell me what threat I made.
Okay, well, you know what you posted.
No, give me a quote me. Quote a threat because I didn't make one. I'm organizing a protest on a public street, demanding a representative.
The safety of his children.
Huh?
What about the safety of his children?
Someone else made a comment about the safety of his children.
Did you?
No.
You didn't?
No, what I said if he valued his children's safety, he probably wouldn't be trying to ruin the world that they're being brought up on. And that isn't a threat. That's the fact that I'm watching this man ruin the world around here. And yes, I'm allowed to say that if someone cares about their kids, they shouldn't destroy the community that their kids are being raised in. That's not a threat.
Right. What he's saying is the decisions even that these men are making are going to affect their own children. And they don't even give a shit about their own grandkids and how that affects them down the line. They're not thinking 2 generations back or ahead. They're not even thinking 7 generations ahead. They're just thinking about themselves.
Yeah.
That's it. And they don't care about the community or even their own kids. That's what statement is being made here. Right? So you want a surveillance police state? Fine. Your kids and grandkids are going to be in that shit too. But go ahead and cash in that pension. Go ahead and get that under the table money. Sell your soul and shit on the community, and then move to Argentina when shit hits the fan because you can't handle it, or move to South America.
These people don't even, they can't even think like they think that because they're part of the force that they're protected, but they're low level. They don't seem to get that they will throw them under the bus.
They forgot who has the authority.
Yeah.
And all the power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit. Right? And then they don't understand that the people have at all times the inalienable right to alter, reform, or abolish their government in such manner as they may think expedient. They don't realize it's been so long, like it's been years and decades of just unchecked power. That's all. It's like it's like that one kid that never got an ass whoop, and now all of a sudden you're fixing to whoop his ass,
Yeah.
and he don't know how to handle it.
He's like, what? Me? Why?
He's
I'm
like,
just
I
doing my
thought you'd
job.
never whoop me. Like, yeah, I put you over my mama still whoop that ass. I don't give a shit how old you are.
Around here. And yes, I'm allowed to say that if someone cares about their kids, they shouldn't destroy the community that their kids are being raised in. That's not a threat.
The problem is you didn't say that in the post.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Pull it up. Pull it up and read it. Pull it up and read it.
I've been dealing with this all afternoon.
Cool.
It doesn't matter if you want to take that as a threat, right? So they'll come out and put you on blast for what you say on Facebook, but they'll allow foreign entities to come in and invest in the communities and to destroy the water, the electric grids, the environment, the nature, take farms. They're okay with that. So this is a classic example of what they don't serve and protect the people. They serve and protect the corporation. And they'll tell you that, right? The Constitution to them is just an ideology.
Yes.
It's not even something they go by. And if they did, they would, first off, why are you on his property over some First Amendment right?
It's embarrassing for them. Like, oh, I saw
it's
your
embarrassing.
Facebook post. I saw it. It was threatening. It's like,
I've
and you're
seen
not
other
even
Facebook-
reading the damn Facebook post at all. It's really simple minded.
That's why I told you to be careful what you say. Don't threaten anybody. You can say whatever you want, but when you start like leaving things sly comments or leaving things vaguely, or you can't control your anger and you use your anger in a negative way, then it's going to backfire on you. You could take that anger and the pain and transmute it into something positive versus the negative reaction that we could give it, and especially online when they're fixing to show up to your house because you posted something they didn't like.
Yeah, always do it as an educational kind of thing, not as a take it personal.
So this tells me that when you go to their city council meetings, that these law enforcement officers are already going to be looking for you in the audience to step out of line so they can make an example of you. So we got an issue here in Dixon, Illinois, if this is what's going on. Oh wait, it says North Korea. Is this North Korea or Dixon, Illinois?
Pull it up and read it.
Okay. So that's the concerning part is obviously, yes, you have the right to make an event, you have the right to public protest, everything else, right? But
I never made a threat.
Okay. Well, we disagree and our state's attorney disagrees. Okay, so you're going to be charged today for a couple of offenses.
Seriously? I'm going to get charged for what?
For stalking and intimidation.
For stalking? When did I ever go to his house?
So we'll explain that to you more. Okay, so you are going to be placed under arrest right now, okay? All right.
Okay, let me...
Stalking and intimidation. Wow. So this is why people get upset and why they think there's no hope. When you got people like this that are knowingly using their position of authority to intimidate. He's intimidating him right here by even bringing this to his property and then putting him in handcuffs over stalking and intimidation based on what? The witness of who? Who's the victim? Where's the victim? No victim, no crime, right? And the state can't be the victim. So if it's a government employee, then he has the right to criticize that government employee online. And especially their city council's public page, where you have like wherever your city is Facebook page, you have the right to post in there. And when they delete it or block it, then that's a whole nother situation going on. So I don't understand if they can take free speech and twist it like that. That's why I say be careful what you say and how you say it. Because this is what the petty shit that they're going to be doing. All right.
Step on the remote.
That's it. This is real life stuff right here.
Yeah, I had somebody on Facebook, a town. I was criticizing something probably a year ago or more, and I got blocked from the town Facebook page.
You could do public notices as well, like they did right here. In front of the mailbox, public notice, data center in Arkansas, not in our backyard, not now, not ever. And then we go right here. A public notice is It's a formal announcement made to the general public about a legal, regulatory, or governmental action that could affect individuals or communities. It is designed to inform people whose rights, property, and interests may be impacted and give them a genuine opportunity to respond before decisions are finalized. So the purpose and legal basis is public notices are rooted in the due process clauses of the 5th and 14th Amendments to the U.S. Constitution, which require that people be reasonably calculated under all circumstances to appraise interested parties of the pendency of the action and afford them an opportunity to present their objections. I don't think that people had their chance to present their objections. So this principle applies in many contexts, from zoning changes to foreclosures. Public notices could be for like government rulemaking, local government actions, legal proceedings, and broadcast licensing. The U.S. radio and TV stations must give public notice on air when seeking or changing licenses. Legal proceedings, probate, estate actions, foreclosures, tax liens, zoning changes, liquor license applications or variances, government rulemaking, for example, under the Administrative Procedure Act, federal agencies must publish a notice of proposed rulemaking in the Federal Register and on regulation.gov, allowing public comment before finalizing a rule. So they need public comment, and the public has to be notified, and the public can notify. But for the community to be informed, so they can make a say yay or nay to the actions stuff that they're being presented, so they have the right to object, right? And they're taking that away from the people. The people, they're basically saying the people's voice doesn't matter, and we're saying bullshit. You guys must be smoking that wacky tobacco, right? You must be hanging around Hunter Biden a little too long with somebody at the White House. Right? Because all political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit. That's just a Republican form of government. It would be a constitutional republic, well, then everybody's going to have to get in line, right? It started from the top down, really, is what it's looking like. People forgot who runs the shit, who runs the show. That's all. Anything else? Here is, they're calling the people, Representative Anna Paula Luna, right here is saying that this lady, y'all see her? See her? She's from Florida. The CCP has launched an all-out war against American AI. The divide we are seeing in this country is largely driven by bots and paid actors violating the FARA Act. Is that foreign agents? So she's okay. She's saying this is violating the FARA Act, but she herself is dealing with Netanyahu, which is in violation of the FARA Act. Wow, the hypocrisy is funny how they like to use this FARA. All right, then what we see right here is Ella, she's saying, I want to see the AI industry burn to the ground. I'm not a Chinese bot. I'm a 23-year-old from Mississippi. I don't want my country erased to become the world hub of data centers, she says. Right. Here she is on the horseback in the creek. Right. She's not a Chinese bot. She actually cares about her community. All right. So that's all propaganda coming from the representative out of Florida, District 23, it looks like. Yep, that's Luna. Me too. I'm not a Chinese bot. I'm a 34-year-old mom. I have 4 kids. So people with mama bears are coming out, fighting for the grandkids, their kids. This is Teresa's another perspective. She says she's not a Chinese bot. She's actually in Texas. Right? Amen. Oh, they're going crazy here in Arkansas. I'm not a bot either, just another concerned citizen, says Ronnie. Look, he's got Afro Man. I think that's it. Y'all got anything else?
Get me the fuck out of here, bro. I got too much money on the line to be catching strays.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
What's good, lover boy? Acting surprised at that shooting? Exhausting. People calling my grief theater. It's called branding, okay? I'm just a helpless, submissive trad wife who happens to control a multi-million-dollar political slush fund. No big deal, right? And these affair rumors about us? Free PR, baby. I love the money, but I need a break. Look, with the shooting, I really didn't know what was going on. Times are tough for me too, okay? Suddenly, I'm the fall guy for Hungary and the Iran talks. I'm just trying to lay low so Phil and I can map out my 2028 ascension. But hey, I have something to show you. Come with me. I can show you the world, baby. You know, he plans on renaming it to the statue of Trump.
Our body, our choice. Our body, our choice. Our body, our choice. Our body, our choice.
Oh my God! My eyes, it burns! Is that dog water? What the fuck, nerds? Did you just punch a bird? Look, the Strait of Hormuz. It should be open by now! This is exactly what I needed. I'm pregnant. Oh, fantastic. Hey, I saved the best view for last. Isn't it gorgeous? Hey, so what were you saying about being pregnant? Guess I flew too high. Whoops.
What the heck?
Yeah, Erica Kirk looking good.
Looking good, girl. She put on some weight right there.
Bud likes it too. That's that hot dog juice is disgusting.
Hot dog water.
God. Oh.
Walk like a king or walk like you don't give a damn who is. That's the mindset of lions, not house cats, not slaves, lions. Every step you take, that's sacred ground. You don't bow your head, you raise your chin. You weren't born to kneel, you were born to command. See, kings don't ask for permission. They move with knowing, and those who don't know get moved out the damn way. You were forged in chaos, sharpened by betrayal, tested by fire that would have turned most men to ash, but not you. You rose, your scars, metals, your silence, power, your presence, a storm in human form. They don't have to like you, and they don't have to understand you, but they'll feel you when you enter the room, because you carry truth, and truth don't whisper. Truth walks heavy. You are the standard. You are the reckoning. You are the breath before the boom. So either walk like a king or walk like the God these kings report to. And if they can't handle that, tell them to move the hell out the way, because the world belongs to the bold, to the ones who refuse to be caged, to the ones who remember who the hell they are. This is not confidence. This is remembrance. This is divine authority, worn like armor, spoken like thunder, carved into your DNA. So walk like it, talk like it, live like it, because if they knew who you really were, they'd bow. Walk like a king, or walk like you don't give a damn who is.
Did you just shift yourself?
What?
Did you shift yourself?
I shifted.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted. Nah,
I
joke.
think we're all shifting.
That's tonight's title of the show was "Did You Shift Yourself?"
Yeah, I shifted myself.
We're shifting. You should be shifting, right? Which each one of these things is happening in love. stage that we should all just be laughing at because it's ridiculous. The political theater, anyway. There's real issues that we need to address, right?
Oh
Like
my.
people standing up, clock cameras, data centers, whatever, wherever you can in your community. Political show is just that. It's a show. Laugh at it. Uh, don't even take those people seriously because there's nothing. They're nothing, right? So we should be shifting. The more we
Shifty shift.
learn, the more knowledge we get, the more you shift into higher consciousness. And hopefully,
You know what? I've even seen more bugs, like different kind of little bugs. So I mean, if it was bad that was coming down on us, I wouldn't be seeing more different kind of little bugs.
right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Or Mother Nature's countering it. Something's happening. I'm not for sure, but it's got to be something coming in. Maybe maybe frequencies that is coming through the natural frequencies is countering what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They made it a lot more, like a lot colder this past winter too.
Yes.
Oh, I get the joke now. You were wondering why she said she sharded in the chat?
Yeah.
Because the title of the show.
Yes.
Ah, I get the joke now.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it either.
I was like, sharded.
Yeah, because
I was like, oh, now I get it.
yeah, because the title of the show. Yeah, so we should be shifting, right? If you're not, then work on shifting. We got to shift. Keep
There's a
shifting.
difference between shifting yourself and sharding yourself. You can look at. You seen Cash Patel's picture, right? When he got hired on with the FBI.
Yes. See that.
Well,
Where
you
his
gonna
eyes got real big. No, I'm just saying that's what that looks. That's that look.
Oh, you short.
Yeah, that's when you shart yourself. It's kind of. You get this look right here. You're like, oh.
Did I do that?
Maybe
All right,
said, yes, I shifted. It's not hard when you realize clowns are real. Yep, that's right. So, we will not be having a show tomorrow. We have a graduation we have to go to. So, we will be probably doing
high school graduation for me tomorrow night.
Sunday.
My nephew's graduating high school.
We're gonna move the show to Sunday night, and we also we're gonna do a short chat Sunday morning for the raffle. So you still have time to get your tickets if you want to purchase it.
We might do a show before, instead of doing one Sunday, we might just do it before we leave tomorrow night.
Oh, we could do that.
Around lunchtime, maybe. Who knows? I'll let you know. We'll keep it.
Yeah.
I'll just go live out of nowhere. I'm not even going to notify anybody. You catch the recording later.
Yeah.
You don't catch it,
but we will have the raffle Sunday.
If not, enjoy your weekend. Beautiful. There's supposed to be some snow coming up north.
Yes.
Which is unusual. So I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was.
Yeah, it's down. It's 61 right now.
Patriot Nana said, shifting out of here. Say good night, shifting out of here.
All right, so tomorrow's a blue moon, or the 31st. Is that Sunday? Blue moon. Full moon, May 31st.
That was the song, Blue Moon.
Blue moon.
Yeah, we need to cover the blue moon again, what that means. We did that, I think, a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's in its second full moon of the month with an irritating aspect from Mars. The spiritual meaning of the full moon in May 26th, astrology is to achieve your goals and desires with patience, awareness, and flexibility.
Yes.
This May 26th blue moon aligns with the Mars like stars and TARS. It adds aggression and competitiveness and favors business, politics, and war. Oh shit. Mars is god of war. Oh no. Uh-oh. So what I'm noticing is Pete Hegseth was working out with the military today. That's usually a few days after they do that. Something takes place. Like last time he did that, worked out with the military on TV. They went to Venezuela, and then the next time was Iran.
Well, they've
So
been
he just
talking
did
about
it
going
again.
to Cuba, right? Cuba thing.
So Mars is the god of war, Antares is the star of war, and it's not a good omen for peace. Damn it. All right, so expect something over the next few days, maybe this weekend, going into Monday. So the full moon on May 31st is at 955 Sagittarius. The chart below highlights moons. Some Quinix, Mars. The moon is also trine Saturn, but it's about 1/3 as strong as Mars aspect and has the opposite influence. So something to do with war coming up. We'll see. That's it. Blue moon, May 31st.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Is that blue that you in there?
Right, is that a blue Katrina?
Good night, everyone.
Stop speaking. They say you can't wake anybody now. Too many blinders pulling people down. But every day the cracks begin to show, and deeper truths are rising from below. People feel it in the air they breathe. Something shifting underneath the streets. Questions growing louder every day, while the headlines try to look away. No, this isn't fear we're bringing to the light. It's love enough to warm before the night. If I stay silent while the storm rolls through, then what kind of heart would I be showing you? We can't stop speaking, we can't look away. Too many signs are rising every day. The world keeps changing faster than we knew, and truth keeps breaking through the view. This ain't division, this is care enough to try to help each other see beyond the lies. Awareness is the flame we carry through, because real love tells the truth. Massive towers humming day and night, data centers glowing out of sight. Machines learning every move we make, tracking every breath and every wake. Power brokers buying up the land, APAC taking seats with hidden hands. Money moving faster than the law, while the people stand in shock and awe. Digital chains wrapped in shiny gold, trading freedom just to feel control. They build the systems higher every day, while slowly pushing human hearts away. But truth survives inside the ones who see, the few who still believe humanity. And even if they mock us when we speak, a seed of doubt is planted every week. We can't stop speaking, we can't look away. Too many signs are rising every day. The world keeps changing faster than we knew, and truth keeps breaking through the view of the same division. This is care enough to try to help each other see beyond the lies. Awareness is the flame we carry through, because real love tells the truth. Now I won't hate the ones who disagree, 'cause once I walked to sleep so easily, but now the veil is tearing thread by thread, and people finally question what they're fed. The future's hanging somewhere in between human souls and cold machine regimes. But if enough of us refuse to kneel, then maybe something human Thank you.